It's the Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio. Max Glazer here. I'd like to welcome Mr. Beres Hammond to the place.
Give thanks, man.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's really an honor and a pleasure to have someone of your legendary status in the place with us.
All right, then.
And not just legendary status, up to the time, current contemporary status.
Then. Problem.
Because I know that's the reason why we're here. There's a brand new album.
Really good to be here, you know?
And it's great to see you out in the streets promoting, because you're
when I usually do them things
that's why I was
I know why I become shy, you know? But you know, being around certain people kind of blow that little shyness there.
Well,
I feel kind of comfortable now still.
I mean, that's good, because you know you're certainly all over the place on stage performing for people nonstop. So
that I can do, but to sit down and actually talk, I'm not a good talker, you know.
Well,
I'm gonna try still, so we can go out.
So far, so good.
All right. Yeah.
Well, and like you said, so you've enjoyed the little bit of it that you've been doing around the promotion of this album.
Yeah, man, I love it, you know. But man, they hope them not push me too far, still I push me too hard, you know.
Well, I'm sure they won't push you too far or too hard.
No, them go hard already, you know.
All right. Well, look, in all fairness,
but nice still.
In all fairness, I think when you gave them the thumbs up and probably said, "Yeah, I'll do a couple of things,"
them start add up things now. I say, "All right, since him agree, I could do some more."
Well, it's momentum. So once they've got Beres Hammond in the place, like you gotta come out and push the works.
True.
And for you, luckily, I mean, unfortunately for the rest of the world, but you only put out a new album every so often.
Yes, because for instance, this one here now, it's been about 6 years since I released something, right? Yes, One Love, One Life was 6 years ago. Kind of too long still, you know?
I mean, in terms of, if you don't want to come out and do interviews, it's the right amount of time. But
right. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that might be the driving force, to not have to come out and promote.
Could be.
But since you're out in the streets and enjoying it, you know, like you said, you're not out doing much interviews, but from as long as I've known the name Beres Hammond, you've been out performing on stage, packing all kinds of different shows, really as the one reggae singer, reggae entertainer, even just entertainer from Jamaica that has really, from when you bust straight through, just maintained that momentum and energy, especially for the touring and for the live music.
I'm one of them. I'm not sure who else is out there. Yeah, but it's a yearly thing for me still, you know. I've been doing this US tour for about what now? Close to 20 years. Yeah, man, every year, you know.
He said this US tour, so that might be a record for the world's longest US tour.
Probably, I don't know, you know.
Well, it's interesting. It feels like it's never stopped. And even when you just said it's been 6 years since the last album, that seems to me like, wow, that's such a long time, because it doesn't feel that way, because every summer I can go out and see Beres Hammond, and I can go in Brooklyn, and I can also go in Jersey. So at least 2-3 times for the year, anywhere you are in America, you can come out and see Beres Hammond. And one of the things that amazes me about those shows, and always has been the wide age group of people.
Yeah, like about 3 generations of people, you know, which always amazed me to still, you know. Yeah, I look out there, it's almost like a wake out now. A nice bed of roses with different colors, and you know, it's a beautiful thing.
I mean, it's got.
When you see kids like 13 years old and 12 and going up to about 70, 80, that is a good feeling. That is something where no artist couldn't actually pay for, you know? And I got it for free. Yes.
Well, years and years of hard work. I don't know if I would say for free.
Call it free still. Yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, though, you know?
Well,
beautiful feeling.
If you love the work, it's not supposed to feel like you're working.
No, but when them string me up too hard, start feel like all work. You understand? If you know what would be nice, if I come out on a tour and I get to do just 5 shows per week, I'll be fine. But sometimes them strip me up like Federation, so them just string me up every night.
Well, again, I have to say, this is kind of your fault for having
making them songs.
for having the catalog that you have. So if you didn't have such a stellar catalog,
Never thought of that,
you wouldn't be so in demand, and you wouldn't have these kind of problems.
True. That is true too.
I mean, what's it? Are you still surprised to see, like you said, 12 and 13-year-old kids out at the shows with their parents and with their grandparents, and not only just dragged along to the shows?
No, them singing,
but singing the words to every song,
and singing and dancing, as if they. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it seems to me like magic, Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man.
I mean, so along the way, then, when you were making this, as you've been making this music all along the way, you never really had thoughts or intentions of how long it would last or the timelessness of it?
No, we just keep doing what we're doing. Become a lover, man, Just keep on keeping on, and people always out there saying, Beres, what is the next one? Beres, what is it? So it's almost like them give you a license for go on,
And so no pressure to find the next hit, no pressure.
No, in a search for it. It come, It come, and the people just give it a thing there for make you just want to do it over and over and over. I mean, I'm look for them hit song. Because I don't do hit songs now, I do nice songs. And people make them hit,
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, I try to concentrate on giving. If I'm giving a gift or a present, I make sure I want to give the best. I have to love this gift. So I give it to the people and they say, yes, thanks for this gift, Beres. And then they make it into what they call hit. So I'm not responsible for hit. I'm responsible for good, nice songs.
And so we, the people, are responsible for the hits.
You're responsible for that, man. And you play it too. Yeah, true.
Well, no, that's definitely an interesting and very realistic way to look at it, because it's like the tree falls in the forest, the greatest, most incredible song ever, without people to listen to it, play it, buy tickets to the concert.
Yeah. Same way it go on. You have a nice way to put things,
As do you. I wish I could put them into songs.
Into a song.
Then we'd really have something, and we'd really be talking.
True. Yeah. Well.
So let's talk about this new album. Like you said, it's been 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, and just with the catalog and everything that we've just been talking about, what's the inspiration to do the album?
What it is I'm always recording, so it's not like I would say, okay, Beres, you're going to have to do a new album now, and and this is the preparation that you're going into. No, nothing like that. I'm always recording. All these years I'm recording. So Neil, them sometimes they will come and say, well, we need a new album. So they just pick what they want out of it. They just take like 30 songs or so and say, okay, we need 50, we need so and so. And listen. So the album is, I don't want to pat myself on my back and say, yeah, this is Beres. Beres' effort. This is a whole teamwork,
Well, big up Neil Diamond, big up the whole VP family, Stephen, Fat Man, and the crew. And I'm sure it's not once every 5-6 years that Neil says, hey, let's get these songs together. I'm pretty sure that's happening kind of like constantly along the way, and you're ducking and dodging this conversation.
I will tell you, true you talk, man. Baba, we even duck, and yes, it's true. Until they just capture me and hold me down and say, well, you have to give it now, So just said that. So I give thanks to the whole of them, VP, Harmony House, Miss Walsh, and all them people. Them really serve some serious purpose in my life.
Well, because also you mentioned Harmony House, so you started your own label very early on in the career.
Since the 1980. Yeah.
And I mean, that from the outside, that always seemed like, in the days, before we went on the air, we were just talking about vinyl, and I don't like to lug my records around and carry them around anymore. But, to take it back to the vinyl days, and speaking of Harmony House, that was one of those things of like when you used to go to the record store, me as a DJ, much younger DJ, you go to the record store, and one of the things you look for is you look for your artists, but you also look for labels, because, if you saw a Harmony House label, there's quality music on there, even if it's an artist that you don't know, or if it's a song that you don't know.
You're still going to check it out.
And it's interesting though, because to me, that's one of the things that's a little bit lost in the way that
people kind of buy music now, right?
In the way that we consume music today,
True.
that the sort of searching by a label, and Harmony House, Jammies, Digital B are all things that if you found one when you discuss, like when me from outside of Jamaican culture originally and getting into it, as I discovered those things, where I go, okay, Harmony House, this is Beres. Okay, so now what else is on here?
Yes.
And it's harder to connect things that way.
How you buy music now?
How do I what?
Buy the music now.
Buy music.
How you get it? I mean,
generally, everything is digital. Get it in the email. The good folks at VP send me promotional emails full of stuff. So any label like VP or Greensleeves will have a promotional team sending stuff out. People send me stuff. I'm lucky to have been doing this long enough that people know me and will send me stuff individually. And then at the end of the day, every week before my radio show, I go online and dig around, and unfortunately, in dancehall and reggae culture, it's still, a lot of it would be, considered bootleg.
Because yes, I nowadays I notice the labels that you mentioned earlier on. I hardly see them labels there around. So that's why I asked that question: how you know what is what and which is good from what is. As a disc jockey.
No, I mean, it's very hard. It takes out one of the factors that I would use to discern what's what. And then the other thing is, because everyone gets all their stuff individually, straight to their phone, instead of, for me, growing up in New York, it was, you had to wait till Sunday and listen to Bobby Condors, Sting International, David Levy, Pat McKay. So on a Sunday, you could listen to them, and they would have done a lot of the sifting through and sorting. And so, I grew up trusting those people's ears and what they presented.
You still do this to them too, right?
Absolutely. I was listening.
Just
listening.
checking.
Absolutely.
I'm doing the interview now.
I'm happy. We could talk all day, but because I'm a bit older these days, so I come from a generation of people who are used to doing that. Whereas now, most people flip through YouTube, flip through SoundCloud, and if you think of something, you can get everything on demand. So the sort of curation of saying, okay, here's what Bobby Condors played this week, and I know he went to the record store and sat through and sifted.
So he did the work for you.
A good part of it was, and he had the resources of going, okay, here's Harmony House has a new rhythm. Now this is guaranteed to be good music that we can play.
Yes.
But now there's the controls, the valve is off. It's just it's free and open to everyone. So in some ways it's really good, and it allows people that wouldn't have had the opportunity otherwise to get music out there. But there's a lack of quality control.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
So I say all that to say that's one of the things that it's great to have you here with the new album, Harmony House, VP, and presenting new music. So I think it's time to play some of it. Beres Hammond is here. You're in tune to the Federation Sound with Max Glazer on Red Bull Radio. This one is My Kinda Girl.
Oh, you make me so happy, girl. Gotta talk about it, yes. Oh, every man wants you, yes. And everyone's talking about it. Yes, I hear it so often, yes. Sometimes it gets old, yes. Oh, baby, yeah, I see the look in all the brothers' eyes. last word. No, it doesn't matter if they come or go. There's one thing sure by now, everybody knows. Oh, when you touch me, feel it from your heart. And when I hold you, baby, real fireworks start. You're mad kind of girl. You're mad kind of girl. Mad kind of girl. You're mad. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's the Federation sound. Beres Hammond is here. That was My Kind of Girl off of the brand new album, Never Ending, in stores now. Timeless music you continue to make.
Thanks. It's an inbound concept still, you know. I don't think I could have done otherwise.
So you've been doing this for a very long time. So then to kind of remain, it just seems like, from the way you're describing it, just like a really innate and natural thing to have been able to just make this music from the 70s up until now that really isn't dated.
True. Well, that's because I grew up around some of the greatest musicians Jamaica has seen, you know. People like Will Lindo, Sly and Robbie, you name them, Dean Fraser and Harold Butler, and some of the names you might not even recognize, but they were all great musicians. So you had to be very principled to, you know, even be around them. So I got them little opportunities from early out. Sit down and listen and pay attention. So when I went on my own, I was already well schooled, you know. Schooled not just in the knowledge of making the music, but schooled with certain musical discipline. You understand? You know how to put this with this and make it sound good. So I was privileged, you know.
So in those early days then, how did you find yourself? What did it take to get yourself into that circle of people? You know, I know your kind of initial foot into music was through talent shows, right?
Right. Meritorious amateur talent. But before I went into that, I always used to go around the studios, you know, watch guys and work and thing, and every now and then one would hear me make a sound and say, hey, sound good, youth. And so everybody started knowing me that way, and then them start saying, oh, come record. No, but I wasn't ready yet. I wanted to learn much more first.
That's really interesting. That's the first time I've ever heard certainly a reggae artist talk about in Jamaica kind of like easing off the brakes on that, because not that people were overly hungry to do it, but just the situation of even having the opportunity to get studio time or get to record was such a commodity, and there were so many people trying to kind of like rush the gates.
And nobody, yes, I understand what you're saying, but for me, you know, it was, I wanted to learn more. I wanted to be very sure of myself before I start, you know. So when I thought I was ready, I said, yeah, man, come now. And Willie Lindo said, yes, long time we'll be. And so we started, and when we started, it was, you know, like right away, you know. Yeah.
And are there any influences of, you know, singers, Jamaican or otherwise, that you can point to, because you just have such a distinct voice apart from everyone in all of the generations of reggae that you span? Is there any inspiration where that comes from, or is this just
vocal inspiration? Yeah, man, but it wasn't. It was mostly R&B and American R&B, and I used to love Otis Redding and Sam Cooke and folks like that, and I really told myself, boy, if you could sing half as well as them, you're all right, you know. And then Jamaica, now, there was one voice who, you know, captivated me, Alton Ellis. Yeah, so when I blend in Alton with the R&B thing, I say, yeah, I'm satisfied, I'm cool, this can grow me. Yeah, so that's how I started, and those were my influences.
Well, because your first recording was, in fact, an Alton Ellis cover, right?
No.
That wasn't it? What was the first one? That was an early one, right?
The very first one was when I was about 11 years old still, and they never released it. After a long while I saw it on some mixed CD.
Someone dug it up from somewhere.
Yeah, and so they get a hustling off of this now called Beres Bus. Yeah, but the first one that I got a break from was a R&B song too. One Step Ahead was big in Jamaica. Big. So it was the first one that put out as Beres Hammond,
So then from that start, how did this just like I said, what feels like an endless stream of hits kind of develop into you being this nonstop live touring? Because a big part of Beres, like even beyond the catalog of the hits, is when I think of Beres, is you have to go see Beres live. You have to take your woman to see Beres. You have to take your woman's father and mother.
I never studied them thing there, You for tell me now because when me looking at the audience, I just say, well, for nice people, Somebody really stop for study. Why? Now you're shedding some light on, you have to take your mother, you have to take your little daughter.
You can't buy 2 Beres tickets and take your one friend. This is like you have to plan a special night, a nice restaurant. Like I said, take your woman. This is a special occasion. This is birthdays.
But it's ironic because you mentioned family a while ago, mother, father, lady, and other things. And I have this way of when I get on stage, I say, family! I wasn't even thinking about that.
But you're just thinking everyone in the place is here, we're all family.
But no, you mentioned something that, serious thing. One has to make a whole heap of preparation and some dollar spending, right? Because you have to take care of everybody. Yeah. That is interesting.
Well, I mean, one, it's, definitely in any setting when all those people gather in one place for a concert, I definitely agree with you. That's one big family in that respect. But like I was saying earlier, is there's this spanning of generations that you do. And like I said, pretty much unlike anyone else in dancehall and reggae, and very few in any kind of music where 3 generations of people can come out and really genuinely enjoy the same show. Yeah. So was there, when you were coming up, and like you said, you were very kind of focused about when you were ready to record.
Yes.
Who did you look up to, and who did you see and then maybe even want to emulate as live performers?
No, I wasn't concentrating on performances. I just wanted to make sure I sing a good song. So I never really, because usually when you see the Jamaican shows and the Jamaican artists that perform, they just went up and just sing them songs. And everybody clap and you applaud. And so I thought, there was not much for me to see there. It's only when I come on tour now I realize that the R&B artists and the other people, it's a far different performance because of all these whole setup for them having people come out and dancing and, backup singers and, so since I start tour, I realize what this thing really is and learn one more important thing. Above all, just be yourself because you can't be Michael Jackson, you can't be the other people. Just be your normal self. So when I go on stage, I tell myself, so I can't perform now. That's what I tell myself. I says, me and the crowd can perform together. New company.
Well, so, and again, with the catalog that you have, that's really actually literally true. It is you and the audience performing together because you don't even have to sing half of the words throughout your show.
That's what I wanted and that's what I got, So people out there remember Beres never perform, but you perform. Yes. Make me look good.
Wait a second. So the next time I have to buy the ticket for me, my woman, and the whole family.
Plan for perform too.
Well, I want 50% off if I have to. If we're doing the performing, and
you want half.
I don't need my name up on the marquee, but we could work something out.
We can work on something. True, man.
All right. Well, I want to touch on a different lane of the catalog because also. just the dancehall singer aspect. So I want to play one of the pieces of Beres Hammond in a dancehall style. We'll come back and talk some more. You're in tune to the Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio.
No more pain. No more pain. No more. I don't know just how long this will last, but all I know, this feels like forever. It's only a fool who would blind his own eyes, pretending not to see that you're a winner. No more pain in my heart, no more sorrow in my life, no more running up and down. In you I've found heaven, your joy to my soul. My nights are no longer cold. I'll wait for you down the road, forever my friend. You deserve standing ovation. Can one woman be so sweet, baby? And when the weather's bad, remember what we have. I made a vow, and forever I will keep. No more pain in my heart, no more sorrow in my life, no more running up and down. In you I've found heaven, your joy to my soul. My nights are no longer cold. I'll wait for you down the road, forever my friend.
All right, so that one right there, No More Pain, that was a Penthouse production,
Penthouse,
right?
yes.
Now, I usually just assume this, and maybe you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Dave Kelly produced,
Donovan Germain.
Donovan Germain.
Yeah.
But Dave or Tony might have actually played some of the music.
They did the mixing.
Yes, okay. So that makes sense. So my sort of entry into reggae is kind of in that era, dancehall era.
Okay.
And that record is so interesting to me because it doesn't, even moving into that dancehall lane and sound, that record does not lose an ounce of Beres Hammond.
Not supposed to. I lend myself to whatever situation I'm in and make sure I fit in, you know. And I've learned one thing through the years. One, if you want to be successful, you must be able to, brace yourself for any social change. Just brace so that when it comes, you take it like joke, Just be yourself again.
It is great advice, but it's also coming from someone who has this unique voice and songwriting ability, and
I'm still here.
That's what I mean. And so
still doing what I'm doing, and
the confidence is built on a very strong foundation.
Yeah, man, serious thing,
I don't know if I could have that much confidence.
Yeah, but man, you have more than once you leave up here, go Jamaica, go play, man. You have too much confidence.
Boy, I got to tell you though, as an American, going to Jamaica to play for the first time is definitely a nerve-wracking experience.
That's what I'm saying, and you withstand all of them things, man. So
can still get a little nervous.
Me not worry about you, man.
All right, forget about interviewing me. What about you? What about the first time after the first couple of songs busting, you get the chance to fly to America and perform? What's that got to be like?
The anticipation. You wander in a different country, because you don't know much people up here, You say, Lord, what am I going to do now? All right, Beres, I tell you what you do. So one reason why you're here, because of the music. Just concentrate on singing them. And just sing them well. So I just go on stage and sing them well, and then, yay, forward, and sing some more,
And 20, however many years later, every time you touch down, the same thing.
Same thing going on,
never flop yet.
Not supposed to. Flopping is not in my DNA. Not about that.
Well,
plus the people now make me flop, man. Remember, I said to you before, it's the people perform, them not flop themselves. Yeah, man.
Wow. I'm definitely learning a lot today.
All right, then.
All right. I'm going to use these arguments on some people in future interviews.
All right, then. Yeah, that's it. Come on. And it not really change, man. Can't change, man. It is what it is, you know.
So at this point, though, do you get tired of all the days touring?
Sometimes you do get tired. But when you're not out there, you miss it. So, you know, you look forward to doing it again. You know, first, when I started touring, I used to love it. I couldn't get tired. Because I wanted to see the next city and I wanted to see the next people and I wanted to, you just want to suck up everything. But now since you have been doing it over and over and over again, it started to feel like work. And I never wanted to feel like work. I wanted to feel like fun.
Yeah.
So, you know, no, I still love what I do, but I want to space it more.
Well, take a little time for yourself and enjoy it.
All right, then.
But so, I mean, I completely understand that even from my limited perspective of touring, but there's also got to be an interesting feeling of being able to do it so much and so consistently and see that people will still come out. Even after you've been to New York, can't even count how many times and still see, you know, the Coney Island Amphitheater filled to the brim with people.
That is amazing, you know. The only good thing is that it was me alone on the show, you know, so I just tell myself, say, it's not you and Beres. so, you know what I mean? You just
made sure and did a head count and said, well, okay, they still come out to see Beres.
Them still come out to see Beres with so and so and so and so and so, you know, so that kind of make me feel a little better, you know.
And it was also great to see this year. You had the show in Jersey, you and Chronix together.
Yeah, man. I love the moment this, man. That was beautiful.
I wasn't in town and I couldn't make that show.
Oh, that was beautiful. Because him not easy, you know, Chronix, you know. Him not normal. Yeah, him good, man. Very good. He's one of the promising ones when me see. You know, one of the promising ones when me see his thing going far.
So I think for people, for the fans to be able to see the two of you on one stage like that is one, I just think it opens up some of your fans.
Yes. Who we exchange.
Yes, exchange.
Yeah,
a nice even exchange. But so on the end from your fans of people who may not have felt too good about reggae in the last 10 or 15 years, but grew up on Beres, and then they have the opportunity to see someone like Chronix. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of Chronix. I've toured with him, I've worked with him, and I'm a firm believer. But also, just watching his live performance, you have to feel something from that.
It's true, man.
And so I think people definitely catch on to that. And I feel like you said, the exchange, that there's got to be people who have probably seen you, know, a handful of times, and then go, oh wow, Chronix and Beres together.
Yeah, man. And that's really what it was. You know, we did 2 shows, one in Jersey, one in Boston, I think. Yeah, and it's the same thing, you know. Nice balance. Very nice balance, you know.
It's definitely a nice balance because, you know, artists like yourself veterans have really been holding down that kind of lane of a good, solid, musically solid, but also a show that you can bring the whole family to.
Yes, man. And, same way. Yes.
And enjoy the vibe.
That's a beautiful thing where you can bring out your little baby and you don't have to worry about it, you know. They will be filled with positiveness, you know.
Absolutely. All right, let's play one more right now off of this new album, Never Ending. This one is Only One. You're in tune to the Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio.
Nothing can go wrong. 1 in a million keeps me in line. I write the song, your inspiration, with carefully chosen words. I know you're mine. Yes, girl, you correct me when everyone else is afraid to. Yeah. And you with your bold self, you say what I should, say what I shouldn't do. Nah, throw away the mold. Only made one of you. Yes. Can't be bought or sold. Only one of you. You're a blessing in disguise. Only one of you. You fill my eyes. Yeah. You know I share with you, yes, but I don't share with another. Won't even try to hide my secrets, cause you know it little further. You took one look at me and you know right away how and when I'm hurting. You adopted my problem as if it was nothing. Boy, they only made one of you, yes. Then they throw away the mold. Only make one of you, yes. Can't be bought or sold. Only one of you. You're the blessing in disguise. Only one of you. You fill my eyes.
Only one. Red Bull Radio Federation Sound. Beres Hammond is here. New album, Never Ending.
Never ending, yes.
Never Ending. The career, the catalog.
All of the above I just mentioned. Never ending.
The tour.
Never ending.
I hope that's the name of the tour for this album, Never Ending.
Yeah, I think it will. No, I think it will be.
Because it really, like we've been talking about, it really feels like it has been.
Yes, true.
I mean, more so for you, probably. You're the one out there doing most of the work.
Most of the work, yes. Yeah, that's it. Come on.
And, you know, just also throughout many eras of reggae, keeping the live band working and that live element together. And, you know, you said the last album was 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then maybe somebody else remembers it. How long before that album was the previous album? It's another good...
Maybe 4 or 5 years.
Maybe then 4 years before that?
Yeah.
All right, so we're on about a two Beres Hammond album every 10 years schedule.
Some about this, about, you know, the next one, I would have loved to know, say it come out like about a little 3 years or 2 years or something like that. Depends on how this one is going, right?
I feel like we're handling some important business right now.
I totally forgot that.
No. I'm saying
this is business.
I'm saying as a fan, this is good.
Yeah.
If you're on air saying, hey, like maybe we could do 3 years next time.
Yeah, man. 2 or 3. Yeah,
because Neil's going to play back the tape for you when you start putting up a resistance to the idea. When you start putting up resistance to the idea when he comes to you in about 2 years.
From now.
Like, hey.
I'm ready, man. Ready. So, and then this is why it is important for me to ask the people to go out and get this one because, you know, get it now because it's the next 2 years. I want to get it and feel comfortable, play it at home and get used to it so that in 2 years I can be able to release another one.
Look, I don't think you're going to have any problem of people going, no, sir, this was too soon. Could you wait a couple of more years?
No, I don't want to wait no longer, man. 2 years sound like it good, don't it?
All right, we've gone from 3 to 2. Going once, going twice.
Yeah, God.
All right, just put me on the A&R team, right? You see what I did? I just knocked off 4 years off of your next wait for a Beres Hammond album.
Yeah, true, man. Good business, man.
I'm here to help. I'm here to help the music, really, because I just. I mean, I'm here just basically because I enjoy music, and these guys know we've all known each other for a long time, and it's just a pleasure to get to be here on a regular day and play all this music that I love for people, new, old,
whatever,
dancehall, reggae.
Yes,
but on a day like today, where we get to have you in the studio, it's definitely extra special.
Yeah, man, give thanks, you know.
Because, like I said, you know, I didn't grow up from the early days listening to reggae and dancehall.
You came in the 80s.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yes.
And like that definitely was, I'm not saying I don't think you've come down any since then, but I think that was, you were achieving a definite heights of the career, the combinations with you and Buju.
Cabra, everybody, you know, Maxi Priest, this, that, you name them.
Everybody, exactly.
Everybody, Marcia Griffiths, this, that, Wyclef, that, Olef.
There's probably a few. I mean, what are some of your memories of those? You know, because when you list all of those things, I think
Ranks,
Penthouse. That's really like Penthouse era. So you were working with Jermaine very tightly, Donovan Jermaine at the time.
Man, he's a good producer, you know. He have a very good ear, you know, so for what sounds like it can work, you know, so yeah, the combination always, I mean, between me and him, it's always a beautiful one. It's always very productive, you know.
Yeah, I mean, those are definitely songs that people know every single word to.
True.
And a lot of them that have definitely achieved kind of like a heights and awareness, even outside of dancehall and reggae, because that's one of the interesting things. So how do you feel about like your place in the broader music outside of the reggae world? Do you feel that there's an appreciation and an awareness of your catalog?
Well, when you travel the world, I see people, you know. I see lots of people come out to see you. So, and the music has to be the reason why, you know. But I never check it too in depth, how deeply I'm gone. I just know if you're going to a place I'm always full up and so, yes, man, suddenly sing along with us.
Man, you just really, it just seems like you've had a very charmed life in that respect, because like we all work with a lot of artists, and you know, people achieve that level and reach those heights, and I think really fight for it, and everything about what you've said is just like, man, you just go into a place, sing the song, and everybody knows the words. It's natural.
Man. Yes, man, and it's all account of people like you play the music. You understand? So give yourself some big up, same way for Beres success, you know.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, man, with people all over the world, them give me some love. Yeah, they give me enough love. I can live by that, you know.
Well, I mean, that's got to be the fuel that keeps you going on this never-ending tour, because
definitely, that is the fuel.
It's a hard life. I mean, you must have had many, many, many times over people come up at shows and just wherever, and stories of meeting their first love, getting engaged, getting married to your music.
Well, that going to still, when they come and they give me them stories and say, Beres, I bet you might have heard this a million times. I said, no, it's the first time. First time I hear this. No, man, people. It's all right. Yes, people come up to me, but your one so nicer than everybody would. You know? It's a nice vibes out there when you meet people, you know. One away and them get freeze, and you see the kind of effect that your music, you know, have on them life. That's a beautiful thing, man, you know? I
mean, I always say to people that, you know, generally most people who, I think a lot of times people might be, you know, afraid to approach you or afraid to...
You know, I always think I'm a very approachable person. Yeah, I think so. And when people see me out in the street, them approach me easily too, don't I'm approachable, man. I'm good like that.
And I always feel like, you know, like people like yourselves, like you just said, really actually do appreciate hearing not the long version of their whole love story, but the fact that something that you did played a meaningful and important part in their lives.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's a really strong, powerful thing.
Yes, no, you was mentioning fuel. That is fuel. Who wouldn't want to do more songs for people who have them beautiful stories there? Yeah, man, I never stop.
And the amount of babies that have been made to Beres Hammond, because of this man.
I don't really know, but I have a little suspicion. I go and still through some of the years, you know, it's a little thing going, you know. A little thing. I don't know how much, but a little thing going.
As with everything else, very, very modest.
I don't know if I'm mad this hour, you know. I just said flow all the while with me and me trying to change. I just mean this, man. Telling it just like it is. Because you know, if you talk to me 2 years from now when the next album come out, it's the same thing I go hear. Me no change. I don't go changing. No.
Well, I like that he's sticking with the 2 years. I like that he said, if we talk again, which means there's a chance we'll get to sit down and continue this conversation because, you know, from...
We'll finish up this, man.
Yeah.
Let's just start something, you know.
Well...
I'm going to finish it up, man.
Well, like, I like to think...
All of the program done. It's not done. Part one.
As maybe you can tell from the feel of this, is that I like to consider these more of just a open-ended conversation.
Yes.
So, you know, at the end of it, we get to talk... hear from you, hear some music.
Yes, man.
But also, there'll be lots more to come.
Well, it more, too much more, you know?
That feels like I'm wrapping up, but I'm not wrapping up because no one's given me the wrap-up signal yet, and I feel like we're still having a good time. So we're on schedule. Everything is moving. Yeah. Beres seems to be in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm good. But...
So I like how we've been going back and forth between things off of the new Never Ending album and some of these classics. Now, I mentioned the combinations with you and Buju, so I just want to touch down on one of those. And again, this is one of those things that...
Free up, man. Free up.
That made me fall in love with the music. So
right.
This one is Who Say, Beres Hammond, Buju Banton. It's the Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio.
Watch this, Beres. Woman saying it, but I want to listen. Here why?
Thought I could live without you. Thought everything would be fine. I saw nothing special about you, but still you were plaguing my mind. I used to take you for granted. You were the last name in my life. Presently you're the most wanted at the top of my line. And it was yesterday when I saw you down the lane. You and my best friend.
Jealousy
my heart felt the pain. And now I'm falling in love all over again. Yeah. How could I ever doubt that you were my friend? I'm falling in love all over again.
Watch this.
How could I ever doubt that you were my friend?
Beres.
Yeah.
Oh, say that big man don't cry. You never miss the water till you well run dry. Could you find it in your heart to give me one more blight? I won't abuse the situation. This time I won't lie. On my nightly conversation, also me lullaby. Fresh squeeze orange juice, and me eggs well fried. Garments well clean, from me socks to me tie. She's a friend, also a lover. That mean me not for shy. Be express myself straight up to the sky. You, ooh, say that big man don't cry. You never miss the water till you well run dry. Me say, ooh, say that big man don't cry.
Now I'm falling in love all over again.
It's only natural.
How could I ever doubt that you were my friend? Yeah. Right now I'm falling in love all over again.
As I would say,
how could I ever doubt that you were my friend?
watch this.
Yeah.
Woman, on this all your sweet chat. I know you massage me back. It burn me obviously say John time I get that. Woman want affection. Somebody feeling pan. Through me ignorance, me never understand. I'm going to take time out to show me love motion. I make you know we can't stop, can't respond. I am the greatest lover boy in on the island. More time you slip up, more time you go around. Hear me out, woman, I beg you understand. Even the wisest man, the great King Solomon, take what him picky and get a wrong bank. That's how him lose him throne in the great Babylon. So me say,
Yeah. Okay. So that is just a whole. What was the energy like when you and Buju touched the stage for the first time and did that?
Me and Buju do quite a bit of shows. Enough shows me and him doing. We never rehearse, you know. Never rehearse. Me and just sometime, if my close the show, I'm down for me. You know, that we do a thing without rehearsing or anything. And then he asks me sometime, I must do his part. And all hell broke loose now. You know? Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Because it's so at the time then, and that's Penthouse again and Donovan Germain, but that it's a very different energy putting a young Buju
Yes.
on a record with
Yes.
already a legend Beres at that time. So
Yeah, man.
not necessarily everyone would have thought, okay, this is going to be a runaway hit just from the idea.
Yeah, but it worked, you know. It worked. And Buju wanted that too. He actually requested.
So that was how that ended up happening.
Yeah, man. I had this song out there, Falling in Love All Over Again. That was already finished. So what piece of it with Father B, what we can't get it. So I mean, so I write to them, I ask me, I say, the kid go and do him thing, man. What you? They must do him thing, you know. And since that, now we have had quite a few others that were successful too. And we work it the same way, because he's a smart kid, you know. Lyrically up there, I'm here, so I will sing a song and he would just do his part like him and I did sit down and write, you know. Yeah, you know. Smart that way, him know if we just pick the story apart and, you know what I mean? So I always love when him do combination with that, you know. Smart and I'm here, you know. Yeah.
I mean, so it's interesting in that same era, and probably from starting a little earlier, the two people that really, correct me if I'm wrong, the only two that I really think of you in combination with, and sort of for multiple songs, and you mentioned it earlier, Cuddy Ranks.
Yeah, he might the same thing too, you know. Yeah, so him go on and him just pick the song apart and do him thing, but him more aggressive than Buju. I mean vocal wise, you know, so oh, you done, oh, but you can't do the go and tempt it, hey. I will knock her out. Yeah, go to ranks that, man, you know. But we love them youth there, you know. Love them youth there.
I mean, so that's got to be, you know, in the height of sound system days. And, you know, I don't know all of this history, but, I don't associate you that much as a sound system singer.
I don't really like them things, but I still do it, you know. Every now and then we go Stone Love, and as long as you're inside of the line, they might say, hey, you can't diss me, so, you know, you have to come. Yeah, and them start play some rhythm, and then I have to just go up to go do it, you know.
Well, that's why, like we said earlier, like you don't really go out so much, because really, if you go out like that.
But that would have been, it has to be Weepo anniversary, like his party or whatever, you know. And I will pass through out of respect, you know.
Because you know they're going to make you work.
Same thing.
Well, but that's okay. But so this goes into the whole sound system side of things. That's what makes hearing Beres in that style all the more special, is because you don't go do it all the time.
Right. So the people them run from all boat and cupboard. You know, you go up there for the one song and you end up at all 6, 7, you know. So, but for what it is while you're doing it, yeah, could I live with it just for the moment, you know. Next year after next again, for some of them things, you know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, as we talked about extensively, your performing energy really seems to be intertwined with the band.
Yeah.
And like you said, talking about the R&B artists that you kind of looked at the time, from being able to like expanding the songs and giving people, making the live show be more and bigger than what you would get on the 45, which is what you said you would see a lot of people perform, and it was very similar to the record.
I involved the band to a level where it's almost like we'd have Bob Marley and the Wailers. That's how you try to get them involved, you know. It's not very alone. So there's a point in the performance where I actually allow them to exercise, you know, play them solos, and take 10 minutes to your thing, and just relax and listen to you and observe, you know what I mean?
See, once again, he's getting paid and also getting a show.
Yeah, I forget a little thing for myself.
Well, no, I see. Now you've earned it.
Yeah, true.
You figured out a way to, you know, enjoy yourself.
Yes.
While working and while making a living.
Yes. Well, I'm around this. Take a go and sit off from me any day now. Well, you guys have a perform, you know. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, the album is never ending. So when you say you sort of constantly recording, and then Neil kind of goes, all right, here's a set of songs, and then you start narrowing it down from there. Recording, what's your involvement as far as production, as far as the music and the rhythms and the song? How does it come together?
I produce them. Get musicians, make songs, and sing them, mix them. I get all the right people to do what they're supposed to do as far as the finishing product, the sound is concerned. And when I'm finished with that now, we just leave it alone. And then this is where the rest of the crew come in now and start some listening thing and do what they have to do, and fixing up for a release. So I don't have much to do with that part. Even the title thing there upon it, a song named Never Ending, right? On it. So I wasn't even very instrumental in naming what the project's supposed to be. I have enough faith into them to make sure them do the right thing, make the right choice, and no matter me come say, who come and think so?
So the whole team can't flop.
No, not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
But so then, if that's kind of the mentality of this, is you're the artist and you're making the music and you're making the songs throughout the career, has it been that way? Did you some of the things that I've played already, and there's 100 more that I could play of the
right.
the greatest hits. When you record those, do you feel like, oh, this is the one, that's the one, or are you just kind of even across the board? You put all your songs out there, and like you said, let people decide.
They have different sounds and they tell different stories. So I am not sure which story will connect with the people more than the other one or the other one. So I always make sure that they're all unique stories. So any which one of the stories that you can fit into your life, you will take that. You will listen to that one. So in that sense, now I leave them to pick. Maybe sometimes them end up with 14 or 15 songs, and then when I listen, I say, so, warm to that one there. When I hear, yo, hey.
You didn't connect. What happened? That's what I'm asking. Are there ones that you go, oh, this is going to connect with everybody. Everybody's going to love this one.
No, I like what they do. But sometimes me I say, them should leave out this one man and that one man. Yo. But them have them reasons. Some just,
Well, in that sense, the whole world is your team, because they're, like you said, they're the ones deciding.
Decide. There you go.
and you've given us a wide selection of choices over many years.
Yes, over a period, Try to. Again, I say, I never worked before. I just came straight into music, so better make the best of it, And I remember one time I was talking to one of them old guys, and him said, Beres, this is history, whatever you do around a microphone will become history, so make sure you're on the right side of history, So every time I record a song, I just try and make sure it have all the ingredients, particularly my voice, must be saying all the right things, you know what I mean? Singing the right notes, because it's history. So me approach it,
That's a serious piece of advice.
Yeah, man. Yes, can't take it back when it gone out. You have to live with it too, so.
Yeah, once you hear that, you have to live with it. So we're going to continue on. This one is All Love off of Beres Hammond's brand new album, Never Ending. It's the Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio.
Calling, where can the answer be? Wonder, is there anyone out there who feels the same as me? Hardly wanna eat, very little sleep. That's no good for me. Now what can I do? I'm out in the blue and way out of clue. I tried some dating, don't even ask about it, no. I can't give it rating, cause you're ever present in my mind, and it happens every time. Though I sound a little crazy, and every day there is a problem, and everything so uncertain. It's morning again, same old anthem. I managed to go through, trying to live my life, everything is fine, but I'm stuck with you. Oh, don't know what I created. Oh, if I should love or hate it, you're a danger to my pride. Still I need you in my life. Do I sound crazy? How did we get this way? Mood swing like night and day. Could it be we weren't meant to be and just forcing a game that ends in pain? Could it be we're so much in love, just need understanding? We spend precious moments debating. I'll tell you what I think is. It's frustrating, and it's threatening my pride. Still I need you in my life. Don't it sound crazy? Ooh, yeah. Oftentimes I'd sit by myself, searching for ideas and looking in space, wondering who do I turn to deal with this case, yeah. I hate to be the one complaining, I don't like it at all now. Neither do I love your gaming. It's embarrassing my pride, still I need you in my life. Don't I sound crazy? How did we get this way? What lousy game we play? Hardly wanna eat, very little sleep. That's no good for me. Now what can I do? I'm out in the blue and way out of clue, yeah. I tried dating, don't ask me about it. No, I can't give it rating, cause you're ever present in my mind. I know it's
Federation Sound, Red Bull Radio, Max Glazer. Beres Hammond has been here with us for the last hour or so.
We are cut out, you know. Yeah, we are cut out. We are going to do road.
Well, I feel like before we get out of here that we've all been having a nice conversation, getting along. So I didn't know if I was gonna really go here at the beginning of this, but I feel like we're good friends now.
We are good friends, man.
So
you turned me advisor.
I'm a part of the team.
Yeah, part of the team.
Part of the Harmony House team.
You better do that, Max.
Oh man, you just made my year.
Yeah, man, a serious thing, man.
Well, in that case, I'm going to ask you if you would be so kind as to just bless us with a small piece of that voice here live on Red Bull Radio today.
Hey. We got Federation Sound, best in the town, yeah. Oh yeah. Here is the Max. Tune you want to make you know when I tell you, but bless up the Federation. All Max and the crew and the rest of man. Here, sir. All who is in the house. Much love and respect. And thanks for having me here. Yeah, Max?
Respect, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. The album is never ending. It's out now. I'm Alive music video is out now.
Yeah, everything out.
I hear we're #1 iTunes, US, UK, Japan.
I don't know why I got them not.
Well, they just want you just keep making the songs.
And them do what they have to do.
And they do what they have to do.
Man.
And we'll see you guys again in 2 years.
Before that, still because I'm going to sign some contract.
Bless up, sir. Yo, it's been a great pleasure getting to talk to you.
Brother, pure love. Undiluted today, sir. Beres over, not out. Pleasure.